Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen. In today's episode we will continue the investigation questline about Dr. Logan and his work at ASD. But in between I also finished our goal to reach tier 4 of Hurston Dynamics in the race for Stanton. Big thank you to Emira Dragonblood for the tip of taking the whole caterpillar instead of reloading the cargo to our ship, which saved me a lot of time.
This is Hurston again. Just got word that the higher-ups approved a bonus to help keep you motivated.
After a couple of hours we reached tier 4, and so we got the colors for our constellation and the freelancer, which makes me very happy. Now we were finally able to continue our investigation questline.
The next shuttle is approaching the station,
which I was very much looking forward to. This time we will take Arnold with us, as a kind of lucky charm and to protect the ship. We accepted the second mission of the storyline again, because we died the last time. But we already know that dialogue, so we will skip this part. I like the colors of Hurston Dynamics. But I also like the ones of Microtech, to be honest. I love them both. We arrived at our designated Onyx facility on Yella. And went immediately to the engineering wing. Surprisingly, we couldn't get through here anymore. So we went through the tunnel beside. In the last episode we also were in the storage room, which we didn't find though or see, was this one. Which made me laugh, to be honest. How stupid or blind you can be. I even told you I'm an explorer and click and look everywhere, and then this. What a shame. Anyway, since we knew the way back now, we got the data and also fought the worm to get some teas. Then we explored the rest of the area and reached a point where I wasn't sure if we can get back up again. I guess at some point in this questline we have to go back there, to the particle accelerator or whatever it is, but I didn't think it's something for the second mission. So we went back and killed another worm. In between, guards were respawning over and over again, so we got a little low, and then this happened. Honestly, I have no idea what happened here. Every time I stood up, it put us down again. And every time I put the rifle out, somehow we had the medipen back in our hands. I really think I injected the medipen at the same time we died, so the game didn't know how to proceed. But we died. Which turned out to be a very good thing, as you will see soon. The mission was still active and it showed us we had to return even though only for the purpose to leave it again. But when we arrived at Yella, it said mission complete. Which was a problem. Because you can't quantum jump to these facilities without a beacon. And you don't have a beacon as soon as you don't have a mission. A new mission would very likely give us another Onyx facility at a different location, so we would have had to leave Arnold behind. Something I couldn't tolerate. So I watched my footage to get a rough idea of Arnold's location. This object in the asteroid belt of Yella was a great help. After about 15 minutes we found the Onyx facility. We don't need a beacon to navigate. We did it old school, with stars and landmarks. And here's the best part. Even though we didn't have a mission, we get access for the hangar. This means, even after we finish the questline, we have the possibility to come back to these locations at any time. Which is great news, because it's an awesome place to farm worm teeth or the new energy sniper rifle. Our freelancer was there, protected by Arnold. No Arnold will left behind. Then I wanted to get to our dead body to get all the loot we had collected. We had to kill another worm, but our body was gone. So we killed the second worm to get at least 12 teeth. We also got another sniper rifle and more ammo. Then we took the elevator we discovered. How could I not see this the last time? It's embarrassing. Anyway, we went back to our ship and flew back to Orbison. Because I wanted to store the teas and the other loot. Then we accepted the third part of the quest line. From now on, we headed into unknown territory again. I love it.
Okay, here's the score. Since we confirmed that Dr. Yored's been to the facility recently, we need to see if you can learn why. I've pinpointed the last files he accessed. Go there and see if you can find out what's going on.
We arrived at another of these Onyx facilities. But this time I wanted to set the respawn there. Which didn't work. We had to go to the research wing again. And guess what? The broken elevator we discovered the last time was the only way to go. And once again, we couldn't return at some point. So all these levels are designed to find another exit rather than to go back. In between, we often heard very strange noises. It sounds a little like an animal, and it once again offered a very tense feeling. We reached level 6 of the building and had to kill some guards. I know I said it already, but the atmosphere of the entire mission is so great. The building, the design, the sound effects, everything is just great and tense. Somehow most of the glass in Star Citizen is bulletproof though. There were a lot of guards on level 6 and it took a while to clean them all. As always, I did loot a lot in between and got us another rifle. Which works pretty well. Another highlight of level 6 is this ship, which is built here? I don't know. Or they research alien technology. Whatever it is, it looks pretty cool. Then we found what we were looking for.
Coming back to Onyx has unearthed a lot of feelings. Anger that the suits at ASD lacked the vision to understand what I was doing, along with their unwillingness to acknowledge their ignorance. At the same time, I am exhilarated at what we were able to accomplish. The questions we were just starting to ask. But time has granted me the wisdom to see the path forward. To know the direction that we couldn't see back then. What I'm doing now will change things. It will redefine what it means to be human.
Let's see what we got. Okay, that confirms it. He was definitely here and digging up his lost research, but we still don't know why. We're going to need to find out more. Stand by and I'll send you the next steps.
He just said his experiments will redefine human. Well, sounds like T-virus to me. Looks like the Umbrella Corporation survived until 2955. Anyway, we had to find out again and it turned out to be much more complicated than I thought. We found another weapon storage room which also offers the new energy sniper rifle. Honestly, I was very freaked out at this point. First of all, we already had some critical injuries and also were pretty pumped with medipens. Our ammunition was getting low as well. But the worst of all was that I always heard steps. Somehow I had a feeling that another player was around. Then we discovered a room which reminded me a lot of Dead Space, which was a great game back then. It's such a nice and little part of the mission in between, and it just shows how much potential sci-fi games have in terms of creativity, in this case by gravity. Then we discovered something which made me freak out even more. I showed you one of these machines in the last episode. Back then we produced the attachment for the multi-tool. But there are different ones of these machines around and some produce medical stuff, others multi-tool stuff and so on. Anyway though, all these had one in common. They never offered a piece. You always had to produce one. So seeing a medgun produced within this machine confirmed my feeling of another player in the building. At least in my paranoid head. We still didn't find an elevator back to the lobby like we did at the other mission. And we still were on the same floor. The only way to move on seemed to be this one. But it looked like another point of no return. Well, and then? I'm not gonna lie, I switched to full panic mode. We were out of ammo and our second rifle, well, a sniper rifle isn't for close distance. Somehow we got them all though, and I couldn't believe that we survived. And of course I had to loot all their horns. Then we discovered a mate who wasn't as lucky as we were. Since we were here, I also wanted to explore level 8. But honestly, I'm not quite sure if we should have been there anyway. I have a feeling that we missed an elevator back to the lobby somewhere at level 6 or 7. And that level 8 was something which is supposed to be in a later mission. But we were here, so we had to explore. The design of level 8 was the most impressive. It looked like a lab which featured some weird experiments with creatures. And the design of the different rooms combined with the story is so immersive. I can't express enough how much I love this mission. Within level 8 were also a lot of areas where you could jump over, which would have probably helped when those creatures chased us. At least I thought so. But then again, and guess what? If you need a proper place to jump over and leave them behind, you won't find it. I don't know, maybe I'm just too stupid. Anyway though, after all we found such a place, and I was curious if they will find a way around. Which they did pretty quickly. Once again we were out of ammo and had to switch to our sniper rifle. Somehow we managed to kill them all again and I was done, honestly. I just wanted to leave the building at this point. So we went back down to the lowest level again, hoping to find an exit there. It looked like a big lobby with an elevator. I mean, it's totally obvious, but somehow I didn't expect what happened next. Honestly, I didn't even know where to go. Well, and soon after we were dead. But once again, I had so much fun and I'm pretty sure we will accomplish this mission the next time. And as I said, I don't think we were supposed to be there. I really think we missed an exit or shortcut to the lobby again at level 6 or 7. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and personally I can't wait to continue with this quest line. I really love it. Your Mombi.